Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Mel and this is my very first YouTube video and I'm very excited to be here. This channel is going to be all about cooking for my baby girl Z and my family and all things motherhood. So if you're into that kind of content, then hey, let's do this. Today I'm unboxing the Nutri baby and also putting it to use. The first thing you see is the registration card. It also comes with a product manual with a recipe book, which is awesome because we're going to be getting into all the recipes and trying them all out for baby girl. Next item in this box is a smaller white box, and I believe it's packaged that way to prevent whatever item is in here from scratching or hitting the blenders that are in the box. So in this smaller box is the 6 smaller food storage containers with a tray. Very cute, and it has the date dial on the lids to keep tabs on freshness of the food. It allows me to know when baby's food was prepared and when it will expire without me having to write it. Next is the 12-ounce short cup. This is a perfect cup for when you're making smaller portions or if you're trying something new for the first time and you don't want to make it in a large batch. This is the main blender. It is a nice, decent size. Awesome. Smiley faces and freckles. Super cute. This is the base of the blender. Again, I like how they packaged each item individually, each item in a bag to prevent it from scratching. Nice. And the final piece is the container for freezing. This silicone batch freezer storage tray and lid is great for food prep and stores up to 6 2-ounce portions at a time. And being able to store and preserve this much baby food is a game changer for a new mom like myself. I'm extremely busy and I love anything that will save me time. Now we're going to be making our very first puree with the blender. Today we're making butternut squash, some carrots, chicken breast, zucchini, and onions for flavor. I don't add any salts or sweeteners to the purees that I make for baby. So adding the onions gives it a little bit of flavor. I put onions in everything that I cook. Pretty much everything that I make, I add onions for flavor. And so it was a no-brainer to add it to baby's food. If I'm not adding any spices or salts, I think adding the onion is a perfect addition to give the food some flavor. I cut them into small to medium size cubes so that it cooks easily and faster. Same with the carrots. I cut them into nice small size so that it cooks easily. I try to have at least 3 to 4 vegetables and a protein when I make her purees. Just for flavoring and also to introduce her to different vegetables. I tend to do 2 to 3, 4 at most vegetables and 1 protein. So yes, that's the zucchini. I'm cutting them into also, decent size. Zucchinis cook easily, so I don't cut them too small. Oops, one fell. Goes in the garbage. So that's the zucchini. And the last thing is the onions. So just half of an onion, and I just cut it into 6. And that's my vegetables. They're already pre-washed and cleaned nicely. I also washed my chicken earlier. And the next thing that I do is I just boil everything. So using a stainless steel pot, I add in my chicken breast, my butternut squash. I add in all my vegetables. So picking my vegetables, I just did my own research on fruits and vegetables that are healthy for 6 months plus babies. And so Google spew out a bunch of vegetables, hundreds of vegetables and fruits that are good for baby. And so I did my own research on the ones that have great nutritional benefits and will help baby grow and give her all the nutrients that she needs to grow healthy and have healthy bones and teeth and skin and all of that good stuff. And I just picked my top 10 favorite, which I'm going to be trying out for the next few weeks. And so I just combined the carrots with butternut squash, zucchini, and the onions. And the protein that I chose was the chicken breast. And it tasted absolutely great. I taste them myself. I just want to make sure that it tastes good before I feed it to my girl. And so it tasted amazing. And over here, it's done cooking. I don't cook it for too long. I cook it anywhere between 8 to 10 minutes. And once it's nicely cooked, I take it off the heat, let it sit to cool down for anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour to properly cool down before I blend. The blender is made of plastic, so I make sure the food is properly cooled down before I go ahead and start my blending process. I just use a wooden spoon to scoop up everything, and it goes into my blender. Everything is nicely cooked. I just scooped up everything and it fits in there perfectly. I'm glad I didn't have to do two blends. Everything fit in one in the blender all at once. And so I pushed everything down so that it fits because I didn't want to do it twice. And once everything goes in the blender, I just added water to blend it. I know some moms, I've seen or heard some moms use formula as the liquid to blend or breast milk. I used water. I just used water. My baby is formula fed, and so I could have chosen to add formula or even some breast milk, but I just decided to use water just to keep it simple. And yes, so I just added in a little bit of water and the lid went on and I blended. So the blending is so easy. You literally just push down the blender, twist, and that's it. There's no buttons. You don't have to push a button. You just literally push it down and turn, and it blends nicely, very easily. It's not too loud, nothing complicated, very simple and easy to use. I added a little bit more water just to give it a little bit of a looser consistency. And that's just my preference. So if you like your purees thick, you just add a little bit of water. If you like it looser, you add more water just to loosen it up. And I got it to the consistency that I liked. Looking at it, it looks very nice and smooth, no lumps, and it's just perfect. Such a gorgeous yellow/orange color. I grabbed a spoon and I just started my storage process, just feeling it to see if I like the consistency, which I love. I started to fill the containers with the food, just adding it, scooping it up until I get to the top or until you get to the amount that you are comfortable with for your baby's portions. This is the amount that my baby usually eats. And so I put the lid on. It goes on nice and tight. And I got to use my favorite feature of the whole NutriBullet system, which is the date dial feature. And so at this point, I am dating the food. In this case, it was prepared on the 12th, and so I was looking for the 12 on there. I turned it, I found the 12. So it is now dated. I know exactly when the food was prepared and how long I can keep it in the fridge for. And so there it is, the 12. And I went ahead and repeated the same process for all 6 containers, filled it up, and lid went on, and I dated it. And I love this feature on the NutriBullet. I give it a 10 out of 10.